Good morning and welcome to Cyder House Crafts. My name is Jen. This is my Flosstube podcast. Today is August 22nd, 2018. You know, it's August and I still can't remember the year, and I do this every single time. Anyways, it is 2018. Make no mistake about it. So I haven't podcasted in about 3 weeks for my Flosstube. We have been very busy. We had our grandson, and then unexpectedly we had our granddaughter, and for a short visit, and we have had family festivities going on. My in-laws, Bob and Marie, congratulations on your 60th wedding anniversary. So we had a few nights of going out, and I got to see my sister-in-law Jillian, who I haven't been able to see in a few years, and that was great. The parties were fine and everybody had a good time, and again, congratulations. 60 years is a heck of an achievement. So it's been fairly busy here. I won't lie and say I've gotten a lot of cross stitching done. I have not. I have been extremely busy with kids, grandkids, in-laws, parties, and something else that I will talk about at the end, which is very happy and positive for us at this point. It is a bit of new reflection on my glasses, which have anti-reflection, but it's still doing it. So if it bothers anybody, I apologize, but I don't have another way to record this without having that reflection. So anyway, sorry, my husband emailed me with a quote from our solicitors. I'll talk about it at the end, but we bought a house, but I'll talk about it at the end. So now we're having to do all the things that you have to do when you buy a house. Right, so let's kick it off. Like I said, I don't have any finished objects, and I haven't gotten a lot of work done, but I have gotten some work done, and I do have one new start with about maybe 15 stitches on, but I'll show you that. Right, so I guess we'll kick it off with my Humble Stitcher Apple Harvest project. Sorry everyone. Getting it out. Again, this is by the Humble Stitcher, Sandy Whitlow. Bless her. I'm going to be showing a few of her other things later in the podcast. This is Apple Harvest. This is what it will look like. I have only gotten a little bit more of the tree done since you last saw this. So yeah, this is the work that I've gotten done on it. I think the last time you saw it, I might have had a few branches up here, but I've come down. I'm kind of in mid-work right here. If you can see, I've started some stitches, so I need to finish the trunk. And I'm hoping to get some of this done in the next few days. It's pretty grim out right now, but we have a lot going on, so there you go. The needle minder is Cyder House Crafts needle minder. It's an apple. Makes sense, right? Yeah, I really enjoy this. I mean, I really love all Sandy's designs anyway, but this is going to look absolutely fabulous when it's done. And I'm hoping, because we have a bank holiday weekend here in the UK, like the US has Labor Day, we have a bank holiday as well at the end of this month. So I'm hoping on that day I'll be able to really get to work on it and hopefully finish it, because I would like to frame it and put it up for September. So yeah. Again, that is a Humble Stitcher pattern. So, right. If you're interested in the flosses that I'm using for that, just jet me a mail and I will tell you what I'm using for that. The next one is that realist pattern that I'm calling Autumn Cats. And I have gotten a bit done on this. However, you're not really going to be able to notice it because it's in white and this very light gray. I'm sorry about all of the dings from my email. I'm really sorry. So this is the pattern. It's 613, and sorry about the crinkle not crinkle stuff. Sorry everyone. And this is what I've gotten done in the last few weeks. So I have filled in white areas here and here and here and all around the stone. So the cobble's been done. There's been some done here, and I've filled in all of this area. It is really hard to work with white on white. It's driving me a bit mad, if you want the truth, but I really like it. And we had a debate on whether I was going to do all of the filling in with the white on here, and I am not going to fill in the entire bit. But I really like this pattern, and I'm going to finish up with what you see on my needle right now is left for the white, and then I am going to move on to finish the roof here. So yeah, so it's coming along. I'm not going to fib to anyone. I doubt very much that this will get done this year. But I do have 2 years of autumn cross stitching planned, so hopefully that will work. I look very blue when I come close to that screen, don't I? Maybe if I move back a bit. Anyway, the needle minder here, that is off Etsy, and it is, oh gosh. I'm gonna just put a sign here because of Sammy's. It's from Sammy's Craft. Sorry about that, Sammy. I'm really sorry, honey. Anyway, I love the needle minders that I bought from her. She's absolutely fabulous. And what a nice person as well. She's so sweet. But anyway, so yeah, we'll finish with this white filling, and then I'll probably get back to the roof here and get that done. So yeah, that's the progress on that. Throwing everything on the floor. What a great podcaster and cross stitcher, right? So the next thing I started was that cardinal for Christmas. I think in my own mind I just needed, sorry about the crinkling again, I just needed a change from the autumn colors, and then I started this and it was autumn colors to start with. But this is, it's a mini banners by Dimensions, and it's the Joy. It comes with all the accoutrements. I mean, you get the hanger, you get the hanger and the bells, you get the whole shebangy with the pattern. So I did kick this off again. I kicked it off. I don't have a lot done on it, but I have just started. This is the pine cones here and here. So yeah, so just getting them started. I am going to work on this at Christmas time. It's kind of important to me to have a little something seasonal going on. Yeah, so that's pretty much all the cross stitch that I've gotten up to. However, I did sell some of my stash down, and I was waiting for an opportunity, and then it presented itself this week on Instagram when I finally got a chance to look at Instagram. So I am going to show you what I purchased this week. Instagram is the worst enabler in my life, right? I mean, I think that's more an enabler than Etsy actually is. So I'm going to show you a few patterns that I purchased, and the first one is by Sub Rosa, and it's called Happy Fall. And I know a few people have already done this, and I've seen some great finishes with it. But I really loved the crows, and I love the pumpkins, and I love the border. It's beautiful. So yeah. Now I will tell you that my idea for this pattern is to make myself a little handbag out of it to carry around. So over the shoulder, across the chest, you know, thin sort of leather strap with that centered in the middle of a little leather bag, and I already have the leather for it, so I'm really looking forward to having this for next year. Now, someone who I know and love dearly got very, very busy with patterning this week. And I don't know what's happened to all of them. I had 3 and now I have 2 showing up, and I don't know why. Let me find it. Right, well, I had 3, and I don't know why 3 aren't showing up. Let me pause you for a moment, and I will come right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I'm looking around to see if it's moving again, and it is. Right, so the lovely Sandy Whitlow from the Humble Stitcher has some new patterns out. And she was kind enough to post them on Instagram. I'm trying to think of something really sarcastic to say, because what happened this week with the house, we sort of promised each other we weren't going to buy, he wasn't going to buy guitar stuff or pedals or anything to do with his reel-to-reel, and I was going to cool down, you know, and try not to spend all the money I made from my stash. And I lied, because Sandy had new patterns, and I couldn't help myself because I have a disease, you see, and I can't control my purchasing of Humble Stitcher patterns. It's not a bad disease to have, though, really, right? So the first one is called Merry Halloween, and I'll try to stop all the reflection. Sorry, everybody. But isn't that the most adorable thing you've ever seen? I love that so hard. God, I love that so hard. Lovely. And then I bought Double Double. And here's Double Double. Now, I'm sorry, but Christina, this is me and you in like 10 years. Isn't that cool? I love that so much. So again, that's called Double Double. And then we have another All Hallows Eve, which I absolutely adore. The cat, I love the cat so hard on that broom. Sandy is an amazing designer. I know I talk about her on every single podcast I have, but she is. I love her stuff. Please go give her shop a look, and no, she has not asked me to say that. Yeah, so I think that's it for patterns, new patterns for me. I got a few freebies, but yeah, so that's it for that. So please, sub Rosa and Sandy Whitlow at the Humble Stitcher. Give them both a look. They're great designers. So what else did I get myself? God, I'm glad Ian's not home today. Because I got cross stitch crazy. And the World Cross Stitch. New magazines. So why did I get the World of Cross Stitch? It's got a little bit of Halloween stuff in. I wasn't really happy, but there was one in particular, which I will find now. It's on page 78, which was the reason, the sole reason that I purchased this copy. So, oh, by the way, I do have new bifocals, but they're not bifocals. These aren't bifocals. I lied. I don't have bifocals. I have a pair of reading glasses, and then I have these glasses, which you'll notice are new. Right. I'll go through the entire magazine and show you it, but this is why I purchased this copy. Oh my God, I love that owl. Isn't he the cutest thing you've ever seen? Oh my God, I love him so much. There are other Halloween things in. There's a party set, but I don't do cross stitch on that plastic canvas. Here, let me, I'm trying to get to the pages where the patterns aren't, which is really, really difficult in this magazine. So let me get to those. Right, so these are the ones that are done on the plastic canvas. I suppose you could probably do them, you know, just on Ada, but I'm not really uber nuts about them. However, there are some woodland creatures in this issue, which I do find quite lovely and would just sort of maybe pick out and have some fun with. I like the fox a lot, And again, I like the owl. Yep. So there are a few others. I don't know if anybody else has done a walkthrough of the World of Cross Stitch for this month. But there are some children's patterns in. There's also this lovely piece. I can't say I'm too much into landscapes, but it is a lovely cross stitch. And I think that's by, is it Amanda Baker? Yeah, that's by Amanda Baker. So she's quite talented, isn't she? Yeah. So, lots of advertisements as usual. And there is an alphabet in it this month by Jenny Van de Weil, which is quite good. But yeah, so I bought it for one pattern really. There are a couple things that are like, I might do those. So if you want, give the World of Cross Stitch a look. And sorry about the email again. This whole house thing's driving me nuts. And then cross stitch crazy. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Look at the fairy. She's so cute. So let's go through this one because there's an aurora in here. It's like so pretty. And oh, the card for this, the card on the front of this one is this sweet little penguin. He's cute. Very Christmassy for October, right? Very Halloween-y. And here's the fairy. Oh, so pretty. Looks like Hummel, doesn't it? Looks like a Hummel figurine. I really like her. She's a cutie. What else do we have here? We have lots of birds, British birds, in this issue. Very nice. I kind of like that coffee cozy. Sorry. See the coffee cozy? That's pretty nifty, isn't it? Really like it. Sorry. I'm not very good at those. Yeah, so that's lovely. I don't know why, but I'm into owls lately. I know I do have, I have Halloween cookies coming up, so that could be why. Because I do owl cookies myself. Right. So then we have the Fiesta Day of the Dead patterns in this book. And I know some folks are really into these. I don't find them particularly appealing, but some people do. And they're pretty colorful. They're pretty colorful, yeah. Not my bag, man. But if it's yours, let me know and I'll push the paper out for you. Let's see here. Puffins are in issue 245, Helen, in case you want to do it. But, and I know I said I don't like landscapes, and I probably wouldn't attempt this because it'd be too much for me. But this aurora, whoops, let's get it in there. Isn't that pretty? Love that. So nice. I'm going all blue. I don't know why my camera's doing that blue thing. There are a few Halloween spooks. Again, I don't know what it is with the plastic canvas this year, but not nuts about it. So you have sweet spooks cut out and keep. So you've got Drac, you've got a witch, and a bat. And then mini makes are in the stars. So it's zodiac signs basically, or constellations I should say, really. Some are zodiac signs. But yeah, I mean that would be really nice if you did a set. I think it would be really nice if you did a set and framed all of them and then set them in like a shadow box together. Like, remember when people were naughty and used to kill butterflies and pin them to things? I think those would look pretty cool in that kind of setup. That wasn't a very good way to explain it because, oh, poor butterflies. But yeah, I think that would look kind of pretty on maybe a dark blue fabric background. There's a thought. Just a lot of back stitching. That's what I see when I look at that. And this is the magazine with Priscilla and Chelsea in it. Yay! Yeah, it was a really good article. I mean, how sweet is that? Aw. So happy. I'm so happy for them. It was really good. They're amazing. And then we have a section of autumn veg to finish off. And I think these are done on plastic canvas as well. But they're just a cute thing if you wanted to put them on a towel for your kitchen or whatever. So yeah. So that's it for purchases. And things were at 20 minutes. Let's just have a chit chat, I guess. So we bought a house yesterday. Hopefully by the time my sister sees this, I would have already spoken with her. Fingers crossed. I'll be able to get a hold of her. Yeah, so it was a bit of a roller coaster ride, really. We had put purchase offers on another house, and it was a very difficult experience, not only with the estate agents, which are real estate agents in the U.S., and the owners. The owner, I believe, is of Arab descent, and he had moved back to Dubai. So we were putting our offers in with the estate agent, who was then conveying the offer to his sister, who is still here in the UK. And then we had this whole sort of chain. And we felt yesterday, no, yeah, I think Monday night, we were starting to feel like it was a bit shady McShade, as people say. And that's me being really nice, because my husband, who is the nicest man in the world, was starting to get angry, and he never gets angry, like, ever. There's nothing that sets him off, really. But then yesterday we had an appointment with them at 3 o'clock, with the estate agent at 3 o'clock for this previous house, and we were brought there under the guise that we needed to bring identification because of money laundering laws and things like that, but that wasn't at all what they wanted. They wanted to sell us a mortgage, which we already had. Anyway, push comes to shove. We had put what I thought was our final offer in. Ian wanted more. They came back and said basically, hey, they have had another offer. Do you want to give us your best offer? And we immediately said no, done being yanked around. In that time, we had left to go look at our other choice of homes, walked into it, and it was boom, we were done. That was our house. We not only viewed it, but we put a purchase offer in a half an hour after we viewed it. We hadn't even left. We just stood there and talked to her. I offered a certain amount of money, saying, will they accept this amount? She said, I'm absolutely positive that they will. I will ring them. And we left, and 40 minutes later, she called us back and said that she was really happy to let us know that they'd accepted our offer. So we now own a house that looks over the Pendle Valley, and we're really happy and excited about it. So that's what all the email dings have been about. It's been about attorneys and contacting the bank to let them know that we found one, and it was for actually less money than we were going to spend by about 20 grand. And so yeah, so it's been very, very busy here in the last few days. Very exciting, very stressful, very tiring. And I didn't realize how much stress could, tire you out, but it did. But it was a good kind of stress. And we're very happy. Now, in all of that utter chaos and things, I got busy a little bit and have been, whoopsie daisy, and have been busy making a few needle minders. I have a very simple one that is just basically a button. Hang on, I have to cover my face or this won't focus. It's just an orange button with a spider web on, and the back is a simple witch's hat. And that is yellow and black, which I know is not showing up because everything seems to be blue. And I think I know why. It's because I'm sat in front of my computer screen, and yeah, it's reflecting blue, so I won't do my podcast like this again. The second one is a trick-or-treat with a plain orange mottled button on the back. So yeah, it's one of those old trick-or-treat bags that we used to get in America from families when we went to their house trick-or-treating or at school parties. The next one is more autumn orientated, and it is, the colors aren't showing, but it's like a dark sagey green with golds and browns, and it says yeah, leaves, bonfires, fall, family, pumpkins, harvest. Just fun. And then the next two I'm going to show you came out much darker, so I'm going to put them up at half price on the website. But, and they won't focus. My camera does not like me at all today. Anyway, they say, there we go. I love fall. A lot of reflection. It's very shiny stuff I put on the outside. Oh, and that just has a plain black button on back. And finally, we have Charlie Brown and the Gang from the Great Pumpkin. Drive me mad. And again, it's just a spider web button on the back of that one. So I had done others, but I wasn't satisfied with how they came out, and so decided not to put them up. Right. Now, one last thing. Oh my goodness, we're at 26 minutes. Good golly nut. I just wanted to show some of the fabric that I have gotten together for the new bags that will be coming out. Yes, Harriet, there will be bags. Right, so let's go with this first combination. We have this Halloween Victorian style fabric. Outside, inside. This is very goldy brown. It's not showing up very well. So we have that. I have this very nice Tudor style, whoops, want to get it right side up. Tudor style home. That's like a creme color, really, not blue like it's showing. I'm sorry, everyone. It's a creme color. And then the lining will be this sort of cream and brown colored wood panel. And then we have this ghosty ghouly fabric. Sorry, covering my face. Happy Halloween. Right? And that will be lined with this fabric. So that's and that. And then we have just a simple leaf pattern, which isn't showing up very well. It's a very sort of crimson-y red mottle with this, which I adore, Indian corn pattern. Showing up better if I just cram it into the camera. There you go. There we go. So we've got that and that. I cut one up this morning when I was getting busy. So this will be the exterior of the bag, and with this interior. And then I have this lovely dog fabric, which I really thought was cute. And that will be the exterior, and it will be lined with this silver chevron material. This will be the style of the new bag. This was my tester bag, so I will be keeping this bag. But yeah, yep, those are mummies. This is right now holding a 10-inch Q-snap. So that's all going to be going in the shop. If you see anything you like, let me know. I can hold it back. And yeah, there you go. Good golly, I made it 30 minutes. I'm really surprised. I do apologize that I didn't get more cross stitching done, but I was genuinely busy. I really was. Yeah, so please leave me comments below. Tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. I don't like this blue. I look like some sort of alien. So I will be going back to my regular spot next week, and we won't do this again. Yeah, I hope you're all well, and I will see you in, I'll see you in September. I might have a few things up here for decoration. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying your cross stitching, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Take care of yourself. Happy cross stitching. Bye bye.